In today's quick ballet tip, we're going to be talking about the top 3 mistakes that I see in Grand Plie second and how to fix them. So if you're new here, I'm Elizabeth, creator of The Whole Point. I'm a late starter turned pro dancer, ballet teacher, and enthusiast of all things body, brain, and ballet. So let's get right into the video. Alright, so let's get right into it. The first mistake that I'll see in second position Grand Plie is when people allow the heels to release from the floor, which totally makes sense because in first position Grand Plie and fifth position, your heels release from the floor. But in second position, your heels have to stay connected to the ground. So when you take a Grand Plie in second, you don't want the heels to lift. And if they're lifting, you're probably going too far into your Grand Plie. Also, and I'll make a video on this soon. I know I talked about it with my Beyond Ballet members, but you really want to start using that reconnection point where the heels reconnect to the floor in Grand Plie in first and fifth or even fourth to really drive those heels down and wrap the legs into the rotation. So even though the heels don't lift in second position Grand Plie, really thinking about driving energy down through those heels will help fire up your adductors and give you a little bit more of a taste of that rotation. So from the depth of your Grand Plie in second, heels remain attached, and as you come up, you're going to press energy through those heels, feel the adductors fire on and wrap around, okay? Number 2, and this goes right along with number 1, is I see people go down too far. So that becomes a squat, right? Anytime your pelvis drops below your knees, you're not in the correct second position Grand Plie alignment. So you don't want to go all the way down and just let your pelvis drop below your knees. Really, your pelvis should stay right above your knees or possibly even, but I feel like a lot of people find their best alignment when the pelvis is right above the knees. So only go about thus far, really push the backs of the thighs back, wrap it around, okay? And then the third mistake that I see pretty often is when we start to get into that porte bras and we're feeling it and we're enjoying it. It's so lovely, and I love to see people enjoying their porte bras, but if you enjoy it a little too much, you'll start to take yourself right out of that alignment. Yes, so if you're getting too expressive in the upper body, and typically what we most often see is when the shoulders hinge in front of the hips. So we come back to our wall analogy, right? Imagine there's a wall behind you and you're sliding your back down the wall so that the shoulder blades wouldn't come off and the booty tip back. You're trying to keep the shoulders and the hips directly in alignment. Yeah? So putting all of those together, when you do your Grand Plie in second position, you want to think shoulders over hips, pulling that long alignment up, right? Feeling the pelvic floor and the core hug on all 4 sides, not allowing the pelvis to drop below the knees, and not letting the heels lift, okay? So let's put that all together. We have our second position, heels directly under our pelvis for now. And we take our Grand Plie, we feel the alignment long, we feel the rotation. As soon as we feel like we want to drop below the knees or pop out, that's as far as we go, okay? Wrap, 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 press the backs of the thighs back, engage that pelvic floor and core, and then come right back up, pushing the heels into the floor. Whew. Alright guys, that's it for today's quick tip. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your ballet friends. If you're new here, I would absolutely love to have you as a subscriber, and be sure to comment below and let me know which of these tips you think you're going to work on the most. If you find yourself doing any of these things in Grand Plie second, it's totally normal. We've all been there. We continue to realign, right? So let me know what stood out most to you in the comments, and as always, leave any questions, requests. Hearing from you is my favorite part of doing all of this. So check out the links below, connect with me through my email list, let me get to know you better, and join the community. I'll see you in the next video.